Hello, everyone. I just want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, December the 28th, and it's a little around 4:30 in the morning. So I wanted to post this video because it just kind of hit me today when I was thinking about something that happened. So I'm just going to jump into it. So I mentioned in the previous video how on, I believe it was Christmas Eve, I was approached by a man, and he gave me some counterfeit money. Now, I didn't realize, like, at that moment that the money was counterfeit. And as I was thinking about it today, it just, I don't even know really what I'm going to say in this video, but somehow I'm going to connect it spiritually. Now, I did realize shortly after the money was given to me that it was counterfeit. So let me just explain to you what happened. So I was worshiping the Lord. This was Christmas. It was in the wee hours in the morning. So it was already Christmas Day. And so this gentleman comes through. I was actually like underneath like a bank near what, like a bank ATM situation. I was underneath there, and there were quite a few people actually came through that evening, Christmas Day, and even the day after that, were a blessing to me. Either gave me money, or one lady bought me breakfast, just gave me things. So I'm very appreciative of that, and just want to thank everyone who did, out of the goodness of their heart, sow something into my life. So I'm always thankful. I'm always grateful. Okay, so what happens? I'm worshiping the Lord. He comes through like the ATM area, and initially he just he doesn't really say anything, I don't believe, initially. Well, he did compliment me on my voice, and he handed me, I believe, $500, all $100 bills. Of course, initially I was really excited. I couldn't believe it. And I thanked him. He drove off, but he didn't really drive away. He parked on near some bushes by the ATM, and I just continued to worship the Lord, because that's what I was doing. And so at that point, I look at the money, and the coloring of it looked kind of off, but I didn't say anything at that point. It hadn't clicked. So then he comes back through a second time through the ATM, and he said, "Hey, I was parked over there. I just wanted to listen to you some more, listen to you singing." And he just again complimented me on my voice, and he left. So that was the second time he came through. And then he continued to listen to me. I think I wasn't really. I guess I was kind of aware where he was. I think he went back to the same area, which was, I mean, I could clearly see from where I was, where he had parked his car. So then he pulls through a third time, and this time he hands me another, I believe, $600, all in $100 bills. So of course I thanked him, and he was on his way. So I was very excited initially, but because I couldn't believe somebody was giving out that kind of money. But upon looking at the money, I realized like something's not right. The coloring of the money is off. That was the first thing I noticed. And then I noticed that all of the money has the same serial number, right? And then I knew, I was like, there's no way this money can be real, because every piece of money has a different serial number. And yet, the money he gave me all of it had the same serial number. So I knew that something, that it wasn't right. So then, after getting money from other people, I believe it was the next day, I just kind of compared what I was given to what he gave me, and there was definitely some things missing off the money. So I already kind of knew this money is counterfeit. And after comparing it with other money that I was given, there were clearly some things missing off of the money. So I didn't deposit money. I just held on to it. And I guess another reason I kind of knew my antennas was up, because for those who don't know, like, I was a teller for 2 years. My last 2 years of college, I worked as a teller, and I handled money all day, every day. So I'm pretty aware when it comes to money, what it's supposed to look like. So that's kind of what happened. I held on to the money. I didn't deposit the money. So tonight I just kind of decided, well, I'm gonna test this. So I went to Walmart, because I told you how the bank there's something going on with my money. So right now, so I said, well, let me go test this money. I just wanted to see what would happen. So I go to Walmart, get some things, and I attempt to put one of the bills into the machine. Well, the machine wouldn't take it. So I knew then I was right, that this money is absolutely counterfeit. So I was thinking about that today, and it was like, it hit me that I was able to identify the counterfeit. In spite of the fact that initially I was really excited. I don't know how I'm going to relay this spiritually, but, I guess you could say that sometimes the counterfeit can get you really excited, right? The counterfeit can get you really excited. But guess what? Ultimately, you're let down. Why? Because you realize it's a counterfeit. It has no value. You can't do anything with it. Okay, here I am. I was excited. I was excited. I've never had anyone give me that kind of money before. And here this guy was just throwing out $100 bills like like it just didn't faze him. In fact, the second time he came through, he made a statement, "You want some more?" And proceeded to give me another $600. But as I'm thinking about this spiritually, it just goes to show that, again, the counterfeit gets you really excited initially. But in the end, they will disappoint. Because they're not the real thing. They don't have, or it doesn't have. This money that he gave me has no value. I can't use it. I can't deposit it. I can't do anything with it because it's fake. It carries no value. Versus if that was real money. The real money carries value. And the real money will excite you without disappointing you. Right? Because you realize that you can take that money and either deposit it, go buy some things you want, or been wanting or been needing, or put in the bank, let it draw some interest. Whatever you choose to do, it has use. It has value. Because it's real. It's the real thing. And so that's kind of what I was thinking about today as I was thinking about this, and the fact that I have all of this counterfeit money in my wallet. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. So I do think I'm going to call 911 and ask them what I should do with it. Because I don't know. I don't want to keep counterfeit money on me. But the other thing that I was thinking about when I thought about this was just that I was able to identify the counterfeit. And I guess my question is to all of you is, would you recognize the counterfeit if it approached you? Is your discernment strong enough to identify counterfeit people or counterfeit things when the enemy tries to bring them into your life? Sometimes I'm not so sure. I'm speaking of myself. Sometimes I'm like all over the place. Like, I'm not so sure. But I trust that God would somehow not allow me to fall for a counterfeit. Right? Or not even allow a counterfeit to be able to get access to me. But sometimes, like you said, I'm human. We're human, and we see things, and it excites us in a way that perhaps we've not been excited before. And yet, that excitement wears off when it's a counterfeit. And ultimately, you end up disappointed because the counterfeit doesn't have any value. And they can't sustain you, so to speak. Versus when you encounter the real, and the real will excite you just like the counterfeit. only it's an excitement that will last beyond initial stages. Does that make sense? Like, it's an excitement that won't disappoint. So, there was one verse of scripture that came up in my heart as I was thinking about this today. And it's 2 Corinthians 11:14. And it speaks about, and it says, and no wonder that Satan can disguise himself as an angel of light. See, the enemy can disguise himself as an angel of light. Deception. But he's a counterfeit. But he may make you think that he's the real deal. But he's not. He's a counterfeit. He's a pretender. He disguises himself as an angel of light, when in fact he's complete darkness. So anyway, I just wanted to leave you with that thought and to just raise the question, would you be able to recognize the counterfeit if it approached you? I don't know about you, but I'm going to be working on my discernment and just praying that the Lord will not allow me to get involved with a counterfeit, even if it excites me. And I pray that you would do the same, because sometimes we're stubborn and we want what we want. But hear me. You don't want to get caught up with a counterfeit, because in the end, they will disappoint. They will let you down. You will get hurt. And God does not want that for your life. So continue to wait for what God has for you. And get your discernment up, just like I'm going to get my discernment up, so that I will be able to recognize a counterfeit when I see it. Be it a person, be it a thing, whatever. Whatever the enemy may bring into my life or attempt to bring into my life that is counterfeit, I'm praying and believing God that I will have enough discernment to know it and not fall for it. That's all for now. Thanks for listening.